Hey guys, it's me, and today I'm going to do a bit of a fun makeup look and talk about some embarrassing stories. I've already done my foundation and concealer, so I don't have to do that on camera, but I will do my bronzer now. So my first embarrassing story was probably like when I was at primary school and they got me to be a chariot for a school play. If you've just put it down there, thank you. If you've read my blog, oh god, yep. If you've read my blog, you will know about me being a chariot, which was probably one of the most not embarrassing things at the time. And now I look back on it and I want to cringe. Yes, it was for the play of Josephine's Technical Dream Cup, and they offered me the role of the chariot, to which they then dressed my chair up more than they did me, which is great when you have to drive on a stage and basically be the vehicle. So that's one of them up there, definitely like top 5. And then when I was younger, I also had like a tricycle, like a 3-wheeled bike basically, that I used to use, and the amount of times I've fallen off that, definitely very embarrassing, because like my sister's done it, my uncle's done it, my dad has also done it, as in like made me fall off the pavement. All the time that I like banged my head against the garden gate as I was going into my nan's garden. It'd been perfect up until that point. So you could definitely say like me and moving things don't really work, which when you think about it, the irony is definitely there, because I have an electric wheelchair. Just finishing off my bronzer now, and yep, that looks fine. The next step I'll do is my blusher, as per usual. There has been several times when I've had accidents with my wheelchair, like the time that my chair was half on electric, half on manual, and I ended up going into a hedge. It was like a fancy manor / garden area. Fully ended up going into the hedge like there was no tomorrow. And like other times at high school when I got my chair stuck in a chair, which is definitely not fun, especially when your best friend at the time decides they're gonna shout over the guy you like to help get you unstuck, and you end up in the really awkward position of, yes, I do know how to drive my chair. Yes, I did get my chair stuck in a normal chair. And then I wanted to hide for a while. Because, as I said, when your crush comes over to help, you're a bit like, this is fine, I can play it cool. And then you don't at all. And end up regretting that for most of the day afterwards. And I've just put loads of blusher on there. Embarrassing stories, and she looks like a clown. This is great. It's fine, I can blend it out in my hand. There's also been like several times with carers and stuff that I've left me really wanting to hide under my bed. I'm trying to like, there's so many that I could tell, but like, Baker.
Thanks.
Can I have my eyeshadow primer, please? I'll need a brush for that. I remember the first time when I had like my first proper boyfriend, and he was staying over. My carer decided, hang on a minute, my carer at the time forgot that he was staying over and came in the very next morning and turned the light on and she'd forgotten that my boyfriend was there. The most awkwardest time ever. Trying to wake up a teen boy as your carer is like trying not to burst out laughing. And I'm just lying in bed like, yeah, this isn't happening. It's perfectly normal. All the time where I had the genius idea to name both my wheelchair table, where I decided to name my wheelchair table Steve, and then got a boyfriend with a similar name. Not fun when your carer calls them both Steve. And all the best friend does at the time is laugh. And you're stuck in a very awkward station just wanting the ground to swallow you up. I'm just getting my eyeshadow primer, and then I'll put that on my eye. If you hear any banging or anything, my legs are kind of going crazy at the minute, so just bear with me. Actually, might just need to take a minute, but it's fine. I've also had some embarrassing times at hospitals and stuff, which is fun when you wake up from anaesthetic and you ask for the guy you like at the time, and the nurses look at you really weirdly because there's no one called those names with you, and it's just your parents. And your dad looks at you like you're the most strangest child in the world. And to this day, you still remember that. So I'm just putting my eyeshadow primer on so the colours stand out a bit more. I'm going to try and do a free colour look today, if my arms will let me. Probably purple, pink and yellow. Ow. She didn't just poke herself in the eye. It's all good. Oh, that's gonna work. It's fine. I just nearly stuck my eye together. This video is great, isn't it? Checking in the mirror that I've actually got some on my eye and it's not all on my eyelash. My spasms are doing my head in today. It was perfectly fine until I turned on the recorder. There was also a really funny / kind of embarrassing time where me and my family had been at the seaside, and I'd got a blue ice lolly, and we got in the car, and my lips were blue, so my uncle decided he was going to get out of the car and pretend that we were at a funeral procession and I was the one who was dead. That was definitely something I will never forget and wish I could. Okay, now my eyeshadow primer's on. I'm gonna stop poking myself in the eye because that's dangerous and get my eyeshadow palette. I'm using this Dream with a Vision palette by Makeup Obsession. It's the most colourful one I own, and I recently got it, so I'm in love with it. You can stop showing it now. Okay. I do have my handy assistant with me again today. Can you open that, please? Yeah. This one. Thank you. So when I do this look, I normally do blue first and I put that in like the corner of my eye, so just give me a minute. Have you got my brushes actually? Because I could do with a smaller end so I don't get it everywhere.
that one better?
Yeah. So I'll just take a small brush and then I go in with my blue. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen this look before. I just put the blue in my inner corner and kind of hope for the best because blue gets everywhere and it's really easy to see where it goes. And then I just wait while my arm decides to have a spasm. And then I'll just go, normally go in with my blue several times just to make sure I've got the cut, like the layer bright enough. She says her arms want to be annoying and don't want to work. Okay, so just in my inner corner, both sides. And then I will go in with my pink. And I normally do like a bubblegum pink just because it stands out a bit more. So that goes in the middle, if you can see that. Oh, it's turned more purple than it has. We'll just put some more on. I have stopped with the embarrassing stories because I'm trying to concentrate right now, but we'll get back to them in a minute. And then I'll just take my yellow and put that on the outer corner. When my arms decide to work again. There has been many an embarrassing moment when I've been in like the middle of college and my arms have decided they're just going to randomly wave at people. That's fun when they stare at you like, do I know you? Are you waving at me or are you just having a moment? And it is normally the latter. But it's very awkward. So I just put that yellow on. And you may hear screaming, the crying baby in the background, but that's my niece. And I normally put a lot of yellow on because the yellow in my palette doesn't always stand out, which is annoying. But we just go in again. And she gets it all over her face. But there we go. We have my 3-colour eyeshadow. And now I will do my mascara and my lipstick. If my arms will behave for a second. I may just take a minute or two.
Is it mascara first?
Yep. Hang on. So I'll just take my mascara wand and I tend to try and get them as full as I can. God, what is it with me poking my eye today? So that is my mascara. I won't do that much else because I think I'm probably going to put myself in the eye. And even though it's an embarrassing video, embarrassing stories video, I don't want to make myself blind on live YouTube. And I'm just going to take a semi natural lipstick because my eyes are quite bright and I don't want to put too much colour on my face now. And that is the look. I'll just take the towel off so you can see the finished look without the pink towel. And there we have my rather colourful kind of unicorn look. My last embarrassing story was probably another one from high school. Several times I've tried to do this. Tried to impress people by driving through doors. Never ends well because you focus that much that you probably end up crashing, like I have several times, and then having to kind of brush it off and pretend that you do it all the time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It probably wasn't my best because my spasms kind of started through the middle of it, but it's fine. We managed. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see you next time. And I can't. Can you just turn off? Thank you.